Honorable Member, Dr. Frank Anthony, when you live in glass house, don't throw stones. Allow me to turn my attention to the Honorable Member, Dr. Anthony, whose presentation focused on procurement, rental, pricing, and overpayment. Negative, negative, negative. I quote, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Member, you have 5 minutes remaining.
What? Really? Mr. Speaker, I quote from an article of the Kaichers News dated January 20th, 2013, entitled Drugs Purchases Scandal. $1 billion paid to new GPC up front. It reads, Ministry of Health officials testifying before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament about its 2010 deals last week disclosed that it paid hundreds of millions of dollars in full and in advance to new GPC for deliveries. They even continued the same arrangement in 2011. This was despite the fact, sir, that new GPC may not have delivered $222 million in drugs ordered in 2010. Mr. Speaker, I am moving on. The health officials testified to the Public Accounts Committee that between late 2007 and December 2012, new GPC was paid more than $90 million to store drugs. This is not the $100 million that they were paid before. Mr. Speaker, in early 2010, the cabinet under the Jagdeo administration decided that new GPC would be the sole supplier of drugs. I wish to repeat, Mr. Speaker, in early 2010, the cabinet under the Jagdeo administration decided that new GPC would be the sole supplier of drugs. The article further stated that drug purchases have accounted for a large chunk of the Ministry of Health, with new GPC in 2011 being awarded, listen Gail, being awarded almost 80% of the $13 billion expended by the ministry. Mr. Speaker, there are many more articles to be read, but I want to move to that statement by the Honourable Member who spoke about the overpayment, and to say to the Honourable Member that this time, no long time, that we do not sweep things under the carpet, and that those persons who have breached the Procurement Act was written to since in October, and we didn't keep it at the ministry. We copied the Financial Secretary and the Attorney General so that action can be taken, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me wrap up. Let me wrap up, Mr. Speaker. I think that I've been able to lay my case. Mr. Speaker, in concluding, I wish to remind this Honourable House that the APNU-AFC government ensured early in its administration that the Public Procurement Commission that was thrown into the doldrums, that it was established in order to provide oversight and scrutiny of all government contracts.